Hello and welcome to the news at 1 on NTA Channel 5, Abuja. I am Mariam George Jitbo. The Peace and Coexistence Nigeria
faith leaders at the Al-Habibiyya break of fast further demonstrates the desire to always use interfaith dialogue to unite the country for peace and unity.
I can do anything for peace, and that is supposed to be the hallmark and also attitude, good attitude of a leader. So I do this and I express this and I send it outside to my brothers, especially who are in leadership, governors everywhere, that we must encourage this religious harmony.
No religion promotes wickedness. So once we see that something is happening that is actually going the way of wickedness, of not being kind to one another, the first thing that a religious leader should do is to say, stop it. Even if it is being done by a very close member of my church or a close member of my mosque.
Organizers of the Al-Habibiyya Daily Iftar feeding program said the charitable platform is gaining more ground and living up to its purpose.
We are all created by God, and if you're actually serving God, whomever you see God in them. And when you see God in them, everything is equal.
We are so pleased that these two different faiths are together. We participated in the Iftar today, the 10th day of Ramadan. We are so pleased, and this is how it's supposed to be. Wherever you do not have distinguish between any persons, because as we are in Al-Habibiyya, whoever comes with us, I assure you, not only Muslims we are fed. We do know that they join us and we give them. We don't look, there's no difference. What is most important is to feed.
When you talk of peace building, women are the bridge, because as mothers of the nation, we preach peace, we cultivate the habits within the family, and we ensure that we bring everyone together.
By the record presented, over 2,000 people get their iftar meals daily from the Al-Habibiyya Ramadan Food Bank program. This gesture, the visitors said, should be emulated and sustained for the overall good of the country. Abdullahi Ajia, NTA News.
Meanwhile, about 1,000 orphans, widows and the vulnerable have received food items and cash donations from the expanded Ramadan Feed a Household program of Nurul Yaqeen Islamic Foundation in Abuja. Islamic scholars say this gesture fulfills the teachings of the Quran and Hadith of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, especially in this holy month. Abdullahi Ajia again reports.
This program forms one of the core objectives of the Nurul Yaqeen Islamic Foundation, and these beneficiaries became qualified after their nominations and careful selection process from different parts of the FCT, irrespective of their tribe or religion. In an orderly arrangement, the items were given out.
Each and every one of us, most especially well-to-do among us, to imbibe, to copy from this kind of art of giving, because it's a way of making Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to be happy and to bless your wealth and to increase security among us and reduce the gap between rich and those are not rich.
Alhamdulillah, this is a program that has been in existence since the inception of Nurul Yaqeen. This year, by the spiritual of God, grace of God, we decided to make it bigger than what we have been doing before.
Islamic scholars and guests who were parts of the distribution process stressed the need for more charity and almsgiving as parts of the social safety services that has both spiritual and social implications on society, which is acceptable in Islam.
Islam always encourages people to feed those who are in need of, even if they are not Muslims. Allah says, for those who are feeding, الَّذِينَ يُنْفِقُونَ أَمْوَالَهُمْ بِاللَّيْلِ وَالنَّهَارِ سِرًّا وَعَلَانِيَةً فَلَهُمْ أَجْرُهُمْ عِنْدَ رَبِّهِمْ وَلَا خَوْفٌ عَلَيْهِمْ وَلَا هُمْ يَحْزَنُونَ. To please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala most is for you to give out of what He has blessed you with in daytime, in nighttime, in public, secret, as Nurul Yaqeen Islamic Foundation have done.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is using him to put smiles on the faces of the less privileged.
Consumables such as grains, pastries and cooking ingredients were parts of the package distributed to individuals, while some got 5,000 naira cash worth of the food items each. And this left a smile on the faces of the beneficiaries like Jummai Abdul. The organizers, who expressed confidence in the growth of the program over the years, said with the support of worthy individuals and organizations, the program can only get better. Abdullahi Ajia, NTA News.
Fire has razed a female hostel and killed one student at the Federal Government College, Kefi, on Tuesday night. While the cause of the incident is yet to be ascertained, Minister of State for Education, Chukwuemeka Nwajuiba, ordered for urgent and comprehensive investigation. Suleiman Ove Musa reports.
Inspecting facilities at the school to ascertain the impact of the inferno, the minister described the incident as sad and regrettable, while commiserating with the management staff as well as family of the deceased Favor Tony, a 12-year-old JSS1 student who celebrated her birthday less than 24 hours before the ugly event.
We've seen everything that has happened. We're making our own analysis and we'll take measures in response thereto.
Parents of the deceased are still battling to come to terms with the death of their daughter.
You keep teenagers, GS1 students, entirely GS1 students, teenagers, children that don't know anything. You keep them in a dormitory without any supervision, without anybody responsible for closely looking at their welfare from morning till night. I'm a product of boarding school. I know what I'm talking about. You don't do that. That is the height of irresponsibility and failure in leadership.
Some of the victim treatment at the Federal Medical Center Kefi and the National Hospital Abuja. Although the principal of the college declined comment, the minister ordered for a thorough investigation on the cause of the inferno. From Kefi, Suleiman Ove Musa, NTA News.
Talking security, the FCT Police Command says its attention has been drawn to the viral video of a mob action in the social media suggesting that the persons being mobbed kidnappers who abducted a woman and her child at Wuse 2, Abuja. The command's public relations officer, ASP Mariam Yusuf, in an exclusive interview with correspondent Ilyas Onotu Yakubu said, contrary to speculation, preliminary investigation reveals that the incident was that of a one-chance robbery involving the two suspects in the video who attempted to defraud their victim, swiftly moved to the scene upon receiving the information, but unfortunately, due to mob action, one of the suspects is currently receiving medical attention.
It is not a case of kidnapping, but suspected one-chance robbers. Fortunately, their vehicle was also burnt down. Well, it is on this premise that the Commissioner of Police, CP Belachuma, has ordered discreet investigation into the matter.
The PPRO implores residents to desist from the culture of jungle justice and endeavor to always report all suspected characters for appropriate action. The Federal Capital Territory Administration has apologized to the residents of FCT, especially road users along the Umar Musa Yar-Adua Expressway, popularly known as Airport Road, for the electricity blackout signed by the Chief Press Secretary to the FCT Minister, Anthony Ogunleye. The blackout was as a result of faults on the Abuja Electricity Distribution Company's feeder. The statement further added that the administration is in contact with the Abuja Electricity Distribution Company for quick restoration to the challenge. Members of the general public are hereby assured of the FCT administration's commitment towards providing best services to the residents. Meanwhile, the FCT Minister of State, Ramat Tijani Aliyu, has stated that the Federal Capital Territory Administration has identified the small and medium-scale enterprises as an important...
Speaking on the theme, rewarding high-impact entrepreneurs, guests noted that the theme was not only apt but also in line with the vision of government ease of doing business.
The salesmen and women we are talking today are persons deemed fit and proper to join the institute in the professional grade. The institute is open to all members 18 years old who want to pursue a career path in the noble profession.
The training offered by the Institute exposes students to rigorous educational and industrial on-field opportunities. In Abuja, Ifani Esumba, NT News.
Youths are full of ideas, while ideas are designed to present big picture of positive change. Findings reveal that if not held in high regard, a particular idea, it can lead to underachievement. In this special report, Deborah Gazaji-Maika spoke to a cross-section of Nigerian youths on this.
In Nigeria, only 35% of youth are gainfully employed, with some into innovations such as printing, publishing and so on, while experience broadening the capacity of the youth in different fields. Some Nigerian youths, however, say there is no limit to what they can achieve if given the enabling environment.
The Nigerian youth to be self-relevant, economically viable and socially viable, because if you see, the social capital in Nigeria has really gone down. With the spate of kidnapping and the rest of them in the society, an increase in insecurity in the nation, the social capital of our society has really drones down. We want to see a situation where the Nigerian youth does not necessarily totally depend on government to be of economic value to him or herself. We want to see how we can harness information, because information is wealth. How we can harness viable information to see how to improve the skills of the Nigerian youth, to make them more economically, socio-economically valuable and viable, so they can contribute their own quota to national growth and development.
We got to take it easy. It's not all about rushing and everything. It has to do with patience, hard work, perseverance, and of course, you have to have faith in God too, whatever you're doing. Never to give up. It's just a matter of time. Keep striving, keep trying. You are doing well and you keep doing well.
The rate of unemployment is high in this country because, you see, the job is not there. But what I will urge our youth to do is to look inward. They should think outside the box, you understand, to create something out of nothing, just to, have something doing.
They say even from the entertainment point of view, Nigerian youth are perceived to have positive attitude doing the business.
I took time to address or to advise Nigerian youth like me to rise up to the occasion of being yourself self-employed. You cannot be waiting for a government to do the whole thing, because being you an entrepreneur, you can employ and employ others.
Venturing into one skill or the other, they maintain tackles idle mind, which is often described as the devil's workshop. Deborah Gazaji-Maika, NTA News.
The purpose for World Creativity and Innovation Day is to remind and encourage people to use their creativity to make their place in the world better by using their thinking to create a decent life. As the global community observes World Creativity and Innovation Day, Chidima Ansah-Gomo examines the importance of this day.
World Creativity and Innovation Day is observed to raise awareness about the role of innovation and creativity in each aspect of human development. Why the main idea behind the day is to push countries into creativity thinking with both group, organization, and individual levels. Innovation should be done keeping in mind every section of society, especially among the young minds. How do people see creativity?
There is a need for a synergy, both by government, corporate bodies and individuals. Now, we're in a comatose. Young men are not interested. Majority of them, when you ask them what they want to be, they will tell you they want to be medical doctors, they want to be pharmacists, they want to be accountants, they want to be engineers.
Creativity is essentially responsible for all human progress. Basically, creativity is a production of anything. It could be an idea, a tangible product, and a performance. It is also provide people with the opportunity to solve problems in new ways, especially with information and communication technology. Chidima Ansah-Gomo, NTA News.
And now to update on COVID-19. Figures from the Nigeria Center for Disease Control, NCDC, as at 22nd April 2021, indicates 4 new cases of COVID-19 in the FCT, bringing the total number of confirmed cases to 19,768, while active cases stand at 516, and the number of discharged cases in the territory now stands at 19,088, and sadly, 165 deaths have been